Quiz A. 1. Sodium oxalate with aluminum chloride. All right. Write the balanced chemical equation and with phases. All right, so we do not know what oxalate is. It's one that we don't have to memorize, but it is one that is on your solubility rules. If you forget any of your polyatomic ions, they are on your solubility rules. Okay, so all you have to do is look up the name and there's the formula. The only one that is missing from the solubility rules is hydroxide, and hydroxide's not that hard to memorize. It's OH minus 1. All right, good. So sodium oxalate, we need to make our 4 squared. Sodium is +1. Oxalate is C2O4 minus 2. And then aluminum chloride is really easy. All right, aluminum is a +3 and chloride is a -1. All right, so we go across for our reactants. So what is sodium oxalate? Very good. And then aqueous, so Na2C2O4. And then aluminum chloride, Al +3, Cl -1. So what is aluminum chloride? And we're told solutions of, so we know that both are aqueous. Now we go diagonally down for one of the products. So Na is going to be with the Cl. So what, Na is a +1, Cl is a -1. So NaCl. Give yourself some space for the phases. And then we go diagonally up for our second product. Right, good. Al 2, and then parentheses C2O4 3. Balance. Right. And then phases. Always look for the second thing and then see if the first thing is an exception. Cl for NaCl. Where's Cl on the solubility rule? Cl. Soluble. Now, Na is not an exception because Na is in column 1. Anytime on the periodic table, if column 1 from the periodic table is in your compound, it's always soluble. So NaCl is going to be aqueous. Okay. Right. The C2O4 is utterly insoluble, and Al is not an exception. So this Al2C2O4 3 is going to be a solid. All right, moving right along with this. Two. Given the equation 3Ca Cl2 aqueous plus 2 Na3PO4 aqueous yields Ca3PO42 solid plus 6 NaCl aqueous. We want A, the complete ionic equation, and B, the net ionic equation. All right, so what do we do to the reactants? They're both aqueous. Split them up. Okay, how is the 3CaCl2 going to split up? 3Ca with its charge of +2, aqueous plus 6, right? Because you kick your coefficient, you kick your subscript out and make it a coefficient. If there is an existing coefficient, you have to multiply the 2. So it'll be 6Cl minus 1 aqueous. All right. How does the 2 Na3PO4 split up? Yeah, 6 Na with its charge of +1 aqueous plus how many PO4s?
2.
2. Okay, it won't be 8 because PO4 is a chunk. If we had this in parentheses and something after it, then yes, we would multiply the subscript outside of the parentheses by the coefficient. But here, PO4 is not in parentheses, so we just have to carry the balancing through. All right, what do we do to the Ca3PO42? Yeah, keep it exactly the same. Ca3PO4, 2, solid. All right, and what about the 6 NaCl aqueous? Yeah, put charge is 6 Na plus 1 aqueous plus 6 Cl minus 1 aqueous. All right, so that is A. What do we do to get the net ionic equation? Cross out the spectator ions. So, like one of you said, the 6Cl minus 1 is a spectator. The 6 Na plus 1 is a spectator. And we get 3 Ca plus 2 aqueous plus 2 PO4 minus 3 aqueous yields Ca3 PO4 2 solid. Now additional questions. What are the spectator ions? All right, the 6 Cl minus 1 and the 6 Na plus 1. D. What is the precipitate? Precipitate is the solid that forms from two solutions. So the Ca3PO4. All right, good. And then I'm not worried about the rest of the quiz. All right, we got that down. Okay. And if you don't, I'm recording, so. I'm just going to tackle this today because I have to leave during 8th period, so my video won't convert. And I don't want to leave my laptop here because they keep the door open. So after this, we'll put a peg in it and I'll turn it over to questions over the bat sheet. All right, quiz B. So let's get out quiz B. Potassium chromate. And aluminum nitrate. All right. Reactant solution. So potassium. Yep, K+1. Chromate is CrO4. It's on your solubility rules, CrO4 -2. And then aluminum, like we said in the previous quiz, is Al+3. And nitrate is NO3 -1. All right. What is the formula for potassium chromate? Excuse me. K2CrO4, and we're told solutions. So aqueous. And what is aluminum nitrate? Al, yeah. NO3, aqueous. All right, what is one of our products? KNO3. And then, yep, Al2, CrO4, 3. Balance. And phases. Very good. KNO3, NO3 is always soluble, and plus it's doubly always soluble because it has a group 1 on the periodic table cation. And then the Al2CrO4, 3. CrO4 is insoluble, Al is not an exception. So the product Al2CrO4, 3 is solid. And that's all to that one. 2. Two K3 PO4 aqueous plus 3 MgCl2 aqueous yields Mg3 PO4 2 solid plus 6 KCl aqueous. All right. What do we do? Yes. Split up the aqueous. How does the 2K3PO4 split up? 6K. You kick out the subscript and multiply the subscript by the coefficient, and that's your coefficient in the net ionic equation. So 6K plus 1 aqueous plus 2 PO4 minus 3 aqueous plus we have to split this up, right, because it's aqueous. So we get 3 Mg plus 2 aqueous. And yes, we take the subscript and multiply it by the coefficient. That gives your coefficient in the net ionic equation. So this is going to be 6Cl minus 1 aqueous. All right. What do we do to the Mg3PO4 solid? Keep it exactly the same, just bring it down. All right. And what do we do to the KCl? 6K plus 1 aqueous, and that 6 also distributes to the Cl. So it's 6Cl aqueous, Cl minus 1 aqueous. All right. Now what? Cross out the spectators. What are the spectators here? So 6Cl minus 1 and the 6Ks plus 1. All right. And then we get 2, so B is 2 PO4 minus 3 aqueous plus 3 Mg plus 2 aqueous yields Mg3 PO4 2 solid. What are the spectators? The 6K plus 1 and the 6Cl minus 1. And then the precipitate. Yeah, the solid Mg3 PO4 2 solid. All right, good.